Good day, YouTubers! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Carlito, and welcome to Carlito's Cabana. So for today, we have a special unboxing and toy review for you guys. So we are not just reviewing one, but we are reviewing two Marvel Legends figures for today. So as you can see, we will be reviewing the Iron Man Mark II and Mark III from Marvel Legends. So before we proceed, I would like to ask everyone to please do watch, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's begin. So first and foremost, the reason I collected these figures is I'm collecting MCU Iron Man Marvel Legend figures. So basically, the two figures that you are seeing on your screen right now were released back in 2008. So medyo it's been a long time already. So it's a bit difficult. Well, not really that difficult, but these are old toys already. So I was fortunate enough to get these two bad boys here. So the Mark II I got from a Facebook marketplace, while the Iron Man Mark III I was able to get it from a carousel posting. So for collectors out there, no, you just really, if you want something, you just really need to look everywhere, no, to get your figures. I believe I got these two for very decent prices. Both figures actually cost me most likely probably around 10 to $15. So the US equivalent. Okay, so I'm reviewing these two figures together because basically they are the same sculpt, just different colors. So the Mark II and Mark III. So before we the just to clear it up, no, the Mark II is actually back in box, while the Mark III is actually still unopened, and I'm actually hesitating to open it since this is an old toy. But I'm not a box collector, no. So I'm a loose collector. So everything must be opened, as they say. Okay, so let me just get the Mark II first. So basically, they both have the same packaging, no. I'd be honest with you guys, no. When I got this, I was surprised, no. It's a bit big, considering these are 6-inch figures. So this is what it looks like, no. The figure looks like inside the box, inside the bubble wrap, no. So basically, this is the Mark II. Color is more grayish, silver than the what it looked like in the movie Iron Man. And it actually has two accessories of weapons that he did not actually use in the movie. So this is for the Mark II, while for the Mark III, so this really looks really nice. No, the paint. So as you can see, yeah, it looks nice. The how the painting looks. And as much as I want to get this loose, no, I was fortunate to get this at a good rate or a good price. Okay. So these are the two figures, the Mark II and Mark III, inside their packaging. So the time is to open and see what they look like out of their packaging. So let's go. Okay guys, before I open them, I forgot to show you guys what the packaging looks like at the back. So let me just do a quick run through. So this is what the box of the Iron Man Mark II looks like at the back. So here's number 2 saying it's Mark II's and some other Iron Man figs there. And as I've said, no, the accessory that he did not actually use in the movie, so there's some damaging on the box. I said this was a back in box package. So that's for the Mark. That's how the Mark II looks like. Now for the Mark III, well, packaging still looks pretty good. So again, there's the accessory weapon that he's not did not actually used in the movie. So Iron Man. So number 3, stating that it's this the Mark III. So this is what the packaging looks like at the back. So you see the Mark III figure with the attached accessory that is not in the movie. So basically, I feel that they really aimed this action figure for kids. But they did not realize people that will be buying these are those that are actually young at heart. Okay, so again, let's open them now. Okay, guys, so we finally got both figs out of their boxes. So you can see the Mark II and the Mark III. So again, as you can see, the Mark II has these two, I don't know, blaster accessories, no, with firing mechanism, which I would no longer put on the Mark II already. So it's really nice. No? The Mark II looks really clean, no, compared to the other figures that I have seen. It looks pretty decent. But of course, since it's Alto, you can see some wear and tear, no? So I think there's some yellowing at the back of the figure. But all in all, no, looks factor, no, it looks really nice considering this is an old toy. So basically, the concern with this type of figures is usually this shoulder pads. So this is can easily be removed. No, but and the most of the loose collectors, no, when you see this online, like in eBay, they no longer have the incomplete. So they no longer have this, no, shoulder pads kasi it's easily removed. So you can just really, snap it back. Pero it can be easily be detached. So as far as the articulation, so you can move the arms, the shoulder swivels, elbows move, the hands you can move as well. Um, you can move the abdomen part. You can move also the. I'm not familiar with this type of, I don't know, your rounded joints here. So elbows, knees, I mean, and the foot can move a little up and down. As far as it looks nice, but my issue really here is really making them stand. So in terms of posing, so I think if I leave this, it might fall. So there's for the Mark II. Now for the Mark III, I like the paint, but I can see the coloring on the left side is a bit different on the right. No, you can clearly see it on the screen. I don't know if it's a QA defect. No, and also the head that I got. No, actually it's a bit. It seems stuck. I don't know if I can hit it to make it move. So again, the issue with the shoulders is they can, they can easily be. You can easily lose them. So, but actually, the paint is really nice. But yun nga, my gripe really is this one. It looks a bit different from the other we showed. There, no, the color again, it looks nice. Articulation wise is the same as the Mark II. Ayan, so I wouldn't be repeating anything. So let me put them close up so what they look like together. So basically, they are the same sculpt, just a different color. So basically, in the movie nga, they upgraded from the Mark II to the Mark III. So here's what they look, the sides. Oops. So they really look the same. The back, you can see there's a yellowing on the Mark II. So ayan. So the other side and back. Anyway, all in all, I'm really happy with these purchases with just some slight imperfections. So, but I feel I find it, no, in terms of posing, they pose rather awkwardly. Ayun, I finally found the words. They really look nice. They captured the period, no, since it's 2008. But yun nga, I feel, no, I find it a bit challenging, no, to post these two figures. So anyway, This is the early Mark III. No, there's a recent Mark III release. No, that I actually have. Will be getting. So maybe we can do a comparison of the old Mark III and the new Mark III in my future videos. So next, before we end it, let's just do some small, short size comparison with the other figures. Okay, so here we have the Mark II and the Mark III with the Tony Stark from the Marvel Legends 10-year anniversary, Tony Stark. So basically, he looks size-wise, no, they look all almost at the same height, which is a bit weird because supposedly when Tony Stark suits up, no, he should be bulkier than the two figures beside him. So that's a comparison of the early Mark II, Mark III with the Tony Stark figure. Okay, so speaking of the first 10 years anniversary pack, so now I have the Mark II and Mark III with the Mark One, the the originator. No, if not for the Mark One, this next two would have been built. So again, this is my gripe with this release. Supposedly, the Mark One could have been bigger, bulkier compared to the next two figures, no, but surprisingly, no, they look the same. There's not much there's no difference in terms of size, no, which in terms of scale wise speaking, it's really disappointing to say the least. No, it should have been bigger. At least the Ironmonger figure looks really menacing and bigger, no, which I feel the Mark One should have at least been at the same scale as the new release Ironmonger figure. Okay, so lastly, for comparison, we have the Mark II and Mark III at the side of the Bro Thor, the Buff Thor. This is which is my favorite Marvel Legend figure. No, it's a buff figure, pero man, I love this guy. So in all I have said in my previous reviews, no, all my succeeding reviews will have this guy in the comparison because it's just a unique figure. So he stands taller than the Mark II and Mark III figures. Okay, so in closing, um, getting the older figures, no, especially these figures from 2008, this is really, well, sort of a hit and miss thing. So if you're really a perfectionist, no, I don't know if you really can find perfect figs for this, no. So as I have said during my review, I really have some gripes with these figures, no. As far as the posability goes, they look really awkward standing up. No, I was really having a hard time juggling them. So the Mark II I got back in back. So basically, this was loose and most probably used or displayed before. At least it looks nice, but the joints, no, are really a bit loosed already. So, but all in all, no, the appearance really looks nice. And as far as the Mark III goes naman, no, I really love the paint. The paint stands out, but unfortunately nga, the one the one gripe I have is the other shoulder pad, no. The color, it looks slightly different compared to the other shoulder pad. So it's a bit of a deal breaker, no, kasi you can see in in the screen, no, itself that it really looks a bit different, which is kind of disappointing. But I'm still grateful that I was able to get hold of these figures. No, they really look really nice. No, they're really clean compared to other figures that you see around. No, the loose figures, because these are uh, no, decades old already figures, plus the wear and tear. No, but I'm really happy with how they looks. No, hopefully I can display them properly in my display case. Okay, so plus yun nga, it's complete. No, you have all these accessories that they didn't really use in the movie. And of course, the pads, no, the shoulder pads. At least both figures have the complete shoulder pads. Okay, guys. So with that, I'd like to thank you for taking time, listening, and watching this video. So please stay tuned as I'll be reviewing other Marvel Legend Iron Man figures down the line. So with that, guys, thank you and stay safe.